A warning to all about to listen to this podcast. The following audio may contain spoilers, inappropriate language for younger viewers, and those who are easily offended, and above all, bad opinions. You have been warned, but for now, let's get on with the show.
Oh, come on. The books have been out for years.
I was gonna watch that, man.
I'm the same with Attack on Titan. I don't want to hear Attack on Titan spoilers. I know the manga's out now, but I'm not going to read it.
Yeah, doesn't matter what happens to John at all.
Only because I can't read, but... okay, anyway. Hello, and welcome to Anime Abroad, the place to be for all of your anime recommendations and reviews, but just bear in mind, your favourite anime might become a little bit shittier. I am Archer Skye, and joining me on the show this week, we have Valk.
Hey,
Again,
that was her.
Lack of
Oh
enthusiasm.
my god.
And Bleeark.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have a little bit better of a intro for myself because I'm great.
And, and our special guest this week, we've got Tim.
Hey, baby.
Hi,
I like
baby.
him. He's good. Can we keep him? Can we fire Cal and keep him? Don't fire Cal.
Yeah.
Don't tell him I
Do we
said
need an
that.
excuse to fire Cal? No, you've already said it now. I've got to have to fire him now.
Stank.
Well, first of all, before we get into our little anime discussion, I have to start off with a few personal things to say. First of all, I'd like to apologise for being so drunk in the previous podcast. I was a little shouty that day.
A little bit.
And you was talking about all of my favourite things, and I couldn't help but get excited about it. Second of all, I apologise wholeheartedly to my waifu, Lara Bodevig. Upon sobering up and editing the podcast, I realised I had mistakenly said that Lucy Christian is the English dub voice actor.
You totally
for
did,
Lara.
and I didn't want to correct it.
I know.
I wanted to leave
and in
that
actuality,
as it was.
I know now it's Tiffany Grant, so very sorry for that. Thirdly, apologies to the viewers, listeners, for the lack of uploads lately. We've all been incredibly busy. Nate's got a job. Valk's been drunk. I've been drunk. Ravi's just graduated from university. I don't know, what's Ty up to these days?
I texted him the other day, said that your taste is shite, and he hasn't replied.
That makes sense. And yet there's been all this copyright bullshit that we've been having to go through, and most of that's been resolved now. I just want to say fuck you to the people at Angel Beats for pulling up us twice and rejecting all of our copyright things because they were all used correctly for the review. Well, for the purpose of review and whatnot. But I just got rid of it anyway. That's why episode 5 was re-uploaded. And lastly, seeing as he's here, I would like to... Oh, wait, no, he's not here. Seeing as how he's not here, and I don't know, did I apologise to... Anyway, Iru, I'm sorry for that argument about Log Horizon. It is pronounced Shitaway. I was wrong.
That's like 2 episodes ago.
It was?
That was before I watched it because I agreed with him and I was like, no, you pronounced the E.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'm sorry, Iru. You're still a faggot, but I'm very sorry.
Whoa, that's my friend.
Oh my god. What the shit is that?
Anyway, I want to say thanks to all the people who've given us feedback as well. You guys pretty much all came to the same conclusion. We needed a little bit more focus, more segments. So we're going to attempt to be a little bit more organised in this show, but probably not going to happen. We're going to attempt anyway. In this week's show, we're going to talk about some of the more recent news making waves in the anime world, and then we're going to round things off, as we always do, with weekly watches, or in this week's cases, Valk's and Tim's weekly watches, because I don't think me and Bleeark have been watching anything.
I just want to point out that, like I've said on multiple occasions this last week, that I have tomorrow and the day after off, and we totally are recording on... I have 3 hours until work.
Sorry, well, we can always record tomorrow as well, 2 podcasts to be good. I might have watched 8 episodes of Psycho Pass by then.
I might have
Have you
actually
got,
watched
like, a
some
marathon
more
or
of
something?
Strike the Blood and Black Bullet.
Yeah,
You haven't finished Strike the Blood yet?
I have
Neither
had
have
no
I.
internet. We've just moved house, and I started watching it the day the Virgin guy came to install the Virgin. Turns out
You've missed
he's a massive otaku, and we just sat there talking about Bleach and Naruto for like 3 hours.
That's the kind of guy you want. This fella came to my house and installed my Virgin Media, and he was talking about how shite his relationship with his wife is, and you just stood there and you're like, I don't care, why are you telling me? Surely there's some drunk guy in a pub you could go speak to about this. Doesn't matter if I was drunk or not. Anyway, so we've got some news sort of things that we can throw about. I was hoping Ego would be in this one, which is something I never thought I'd hear myself say, but I was hoping Ego was going to be in this one because first news I've got up is, speaking of like the 6 or so episodes of Psycho Pass I've been watching this week, the July issue of Mad Garden's monthly Comic Blade magazine announced that a new manga adaptation of
A new what?
Gen Urobuchi's... What?
A new what?
A new manga adaptation.
Not monger?
Manga.
Manga.
Manga. Okay.
Manga
Sorry,
lads.
It's gonna launch in the following issue on June the 30th. It's gonna be called Enforcer Shia Kogami. The Psycho Pass 2 television anime series is gonna debut in October as well. And then there's gonna be a Psycho Pass movie as well. Not to mention they're also rebooting Psycho Pass. They're condensing 24 of those episodes into 12 episodes. So it's a pretty exciting time to be a Psycho Pass fan right now. I've been loving it up to now, but we'll get into that later. This is the point where I would turn to Ego, and I would say to him, what do you think about Psycho Pass? And he's not here, so fuck you and your busy life. Right, what else we got? Yeah, some good news for you gaming console peasants out there. The official Xbox website has announced that online streaming service Crunchyroll will be coming to Xbox One consoles in a number of different countries, including Her Majesty's Great Britain. Microsoft haven't yet to confirm a release date, but it's expected to be launched sometime during the Christmas holidays. And Crunchyroll added support for Chromecast devices earlier this week, and PlayStation Vita support. March is coming. So, yeah, if you got consoles, we've got Crunchyroll coming to... Well, we're not giving you Crunchyroll, but Crunchyroll is in fact coming. Do any of you guys watch Crunchyroll on a console, or are you strictly laptop computer guys?
I have
and tablet.
Laptop and tablet.
I totally have
used it
Crunchyroll
for the
on my
first time,
Xbox.
last weekekend.
And how did you get hold of your anime before then, Valk?
She bought it legally, of
I
course.
bought it all.
She
Sure.
bought it all.
I got
Brought you by
it
horse.
all over there. It's, yeah.
She bought it on. Dude, Aniplex. She bought it from Aniplex.
Jesus Christ, have you got any money left?
Dude, no, she spent her life savings. Like, serious.
I can't believe that the thing you linked me to before, what was it, Sword Art Online?
Yeah, no, it's Aniplex in general, because Aniplex, anything that Aniplex has in America, fuck, I would find a funny picture. Anything Aniplex does in America, they make it super expensive. Jesus Christ.
This is not a laughing matter. This is people's fucking life savings we're talking about here, Bleeark.
It's fucking...
Alright, I'm gonna have to look at this now.
No professionalism.
What the hell is that?
I'm sorry. No professionalism. Anything Aniplex does in America becomes super expensive. Fuck, I need to stop looking at it. Anything
Right, so
Aniplex
now
does,
I'm
it's
gonna
pretty much
save
like
that
Madoka
picture.
Magica. The first 3 or 4 episodes was like $25 or $35, something like that. But the entirety of Sword Art Online's first 12 episodes, it was like $98.
Wait, so that thing you linked us to was just the first 12 episodes?
Yeah.
Wow.
That was the special edition. Came with some
episodes 1 to
books.
25.
Hey
Came
Dave,
with some,
would
other
you spend
trinkets and shit.
$90 on the first 12 episodes of Sword Art Online?
I wouldn't take a dump for the first 12 episodes of Sword Art Online. No money, no money.
It's pretty
no
radical
manual
there.
labour, nothing like that. I don't want anything more to do with Sword Art Online. You people have wound me up enough about Sword Art Online.
Dude, don't
I am
worry,
done
wait
with
for
Sword Art
season 2.
Online.
And yeah, you said
Fucking
to
looking at
me
this
before I
picture, dude.
joined, we'll have some sort of structure, but knowing us, within 5 minutes it will devolve into me having a rant about SOA.
Oh god, yeah, I did say that would happen. I am a terrible, terrible human being.
It's
Well,
okay.
that's
It
not
was
true. You're
actually
my
10
husbando.
minutes before you went into a rant. It's fine.
Oh, 10 minutes, alright then, that's cool. I can edit that to make it look like it only went 4 minutes. I'll just speed everybody up super fast.
Yeah, don't worry, Dave. I think you're a cool guy. We're married on Facebook.
Are we?
Yeah, we are.
Alright then. Well,
Thanks.
nice to know
So
I
he's
have a
like my
husband.
son-in-law?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then Cal's your brother. Bob's your uncle.
And Robert, your father's brother. Yeah, so I mean, this really does beg the question, why is it that the prices of Blu-rays and DVDs when it comes to just anime, why are they so damn expensive compared to everything else? I can't help but feel if things were a little bit cheaper, they would definitely sell more and more copies than what they already do.
Well, it
Because-
depends, because it depends. Cause I always go to the conventions, and I think what was the last one I bought? I managed to pick up the whole 54 episodes of Solitaire. Correct me if that's wrong on the number, but
It's 64.
Eh.
Or 60 something. It's 60 something. It
anyway,
was
I
on
managed
Netflix.
to pick up the whole thing minus the new series that they've done for 25 quid.
Oh wow,
Oh,
that's
shit.
pretty good.
That is a fucking deal, dude. I'd take that.
It's mostly because the likes of basically it's when you go to conventions, they are just niche sellers that sell solely for conventions. Because I think Cassie picked up the whole of another for a tenner.
That's pretty cheap as well. I think the cheapest purchase I've ever made was I got Eden of the East with the 2 movies for about $11.93 all on Blu-ray.
Jesus.
And that was a fairly cheap. And I also got Madoka for £15 as well. That was episodes 1 through to 12 or 13, is it?
I think it's 12.
That's not a lot
12,
of
yeah.
money, just so you American people know that, like, just like that horrible currency that they have over in Europe, Asia.
It's called pound sterling, euro, Dutch mark.
Shit.
That's what we use over here.
It's
Yeah,
shit.
but it just blows my. I mean, like there are a few things I've been able to pick up for cheap. Like for example, like I say that Eden of the East, Madoka. I think Angel Beats was like £15 on Blu-ray as well. So that's not too bad. But when I look at, fair enough for special collector's items, but I think it's more about what the how many episodes you get, and that's what pisses me off the most compared to how much you have to pay for it. It just seems utterly ridiculous that they would charge that much. And then that's why, like, anime fans in droves are either turning to illegal download. And shout out to our sponsors, HorribleSubs.com, Crunchyroll and Hulu and Netflix and stuff like that. Something's got to change soon, because if it doesn't, then I can't see many more animation studios having like bigger budgets to make even better stuff.
Well, let's not talk shit about Trigger here.
I was thinking more about like the UFO tables, like the guys who made Fate Zero and who are making the new Fate Stay Night. I'd be more worried for shows like them, because I remember when Fate Zero was like just like hot off the press, and I heard not somebody I know, but somebody I know of had spent like $450 to import a DVD copy from Japan to America, and it didn't even have English subtitles or anything like that. I thought,
Why?
oh, I know. For $450, how many more separate shows could you buy? I mean, fair enough, that's dedication. If you love the franchise that much, if I had that much money, I'd probably spend that much money on Fate Zero. But
I would spend it on my electric bill, because Jesus.
That would cover over a month's rent,
Yeah, nah, that's not enough.
including utilities.
But this
Nah.
person I'm talking about has actually said he has dropped more than $1,000 on Fate Zero.
Who does that?
So-
Who would
What?
watch Fate Zero on purpose?
I don't want to mention. Don't you talk shit about my favorite. But yeah, he is a YouTuber, like a famous anime YouTuber called Holden, and he has said that he spent like $1,000 on Fate Zero up to now. And I want to know, what did he get for that $1,000? Did some woman cosplaying a saber come to his house and suck him off? Or
Whoa, let's not get too
You
lewd
could
here,
probably
but
get
yeah.
that for cheaper than $1,000.
No, it wasn't Saber, it was Gilgamesh.
oh, I'd pay $1,000
I
for
would
that.
pay $1,000 for that.
Maybe even $2,000 if I had it. But yeah,
Oh.
anyway, anime studio people who are definitely listening to this podcast right now, lower your fucking prices, otherwise people are gonna stop giving you money.
I don't
Right,
know,
anyway,
man. Like, if people get desperate enough to watch their shows in English, like, the BD version of Sword Art Online does come with the English version along with the sub, so.
Yeah, I got the dub and the sub with both Madoka and Eden of the East, but they were just for the Blu-ray discs. There wasn't anything special, no box sets or anything like that.
Oh no, I think
That's
the cheapest one that we've managed to get, like good, like oh my god, that was value for money, was we managed to get a combi of both DVD and Blu-ray, dub and sub, of Pantheon Stockham with Garter Belt, the whole first season for about.
Which was a good show.
Oh yeah, we've just listening to it though, compared to like how much swearing was in the Japanese
Yeah, no, the
subs.
English version was fucking
English one.
filthy.
Oh my god, I'm sitting there going, what?
Yeah, no,
We
they
have-
said worse
we
in that show that I didn't think they'd ever put in, like, a dub. By Funimation, no less.
We haven't even
Oh,
got
wait.
to the point when they bump into Scanty and Nisok yet, and I'm just waiting for the scene with the fuck.
Is that Funimation that did that one?
I think it's Aniplex.
It might-
No, it's Madhouse. It's Madhouse.
Madhouse. That's
and how much did you pay for that?
£20.
That is very reasonable. That is a damn good bargain, though.
Oh yeah,
Madhouse. Does Madhouse do dubs?
yeah.
They do?
Fuck.
That's news to me. I had no idea.
No.
Fair play to Madhouse.
Fair play.
Right, anyway, let's move this segment along. I know I said let's not mention Attack on Titan too much, but there was some news that just came out. There's a magazine's name which I cannot even pronounce. Goes on sale on June the 9th in Japan.
It's
and it's set to
Korokoro.
announce. It's Bisatsu Shonen magazine. I think that's how it's pronounced anyway. Anyway, it's set to be announced that the first Attack on Titan anime compilation movie covering episodes 1 to 13 will be opening up in theaters in Japan late November this year, with another movie compiling episodes 14 to 25 planned for release like this year as well. And I've got to wonder, like, what's the point?
Yeah, no, A few shows have
Cashing
done that.
in on the franchise.
Yeah, it must. If they really want to cash in on the franchise right now, season fucking 2. Give us season 2
Season 2,
now.
2015. Be patient.
I thought it was supposed to be April this year.
What?
Please,
It's
no,
obviously June now, so.
On that note, the manga, and what's come as like a shock to me, partly because I don't read a lot of manga, but mostly because I've heard how dominant One Piece has been in this market.
Yeah.
But the results, but the results for the first half of 2014 are in for manga sales in Japan, and One Piece is no longer at the top. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check it out for yourself. But November 18, 2013 to May 18, 2014, Attack on Titan has actually surged to the top, and fuck me, they've done it in style. One Piece is in second place with 4,936,000 copies sold, which as far as I know is pretty damn good when it comes to manga. But Attack on Titan are at the top with 8,342,000 copies sold, almost doubling One Piece sales figure. So if they want to cash in on the franchise, they're doing a pretty good fucking job right now. I mean...
Dominant sales, man. Dominant sales.
A huge congratulations to Hajime Ishiyama anyway. He must be fucking rolling in dough right now.
You know he is, dude. That
I find
motherfucker
the
made the
funniest thing
manga
possible with that is, though, he had to actually rewrite most of the manga because he planned on everybody dying.
Yeah, no, he
Literally
totally did.
everybody.
Like 2010 is when the manga came out, and then it's like, oh, I'm getting money. I should probably change the story.
He is essentially the mangaka equivalent of George R.R. Martin.
Yeah.
Well, do you know, the more I think about Attack on Titan, don't get me wrong, a lot of people did die, but no big names have died
Yeah,
yet.
that's what's disappointing.
Yeah, no,
No, you guys are talking
the way
about,
they
like-
left the cliffhangers on the episode, though, like when Eren first got eaten, I was just like, it's
I
like
was about to
Game
say,
of
even
Thrones.
Eren died, and, Eren's like the main character. He just came back to life.
It's like, holy shit, I can't believe it. He actually killed the main character in the first 6 episodes. Yeah! Something different's happening. And then obviously he fucking came back to life. But, and again, don't moan about Attack on Titan spoilers. If any of you are out there, I put a warning up in the beginning. But thinking about it, the only main character who actually got a fair bit of screen time who died was Petra.
Yeah.
Whoa, spoilers!
I don't think
I
there's
was
any
gonna
more focus
watch
on
that
Petra
show.
than like the other members, though.
I think it was really, like, struck home that she was a main character when her father came to Levi after that happened.
But it showed all of them. Like, it showed all of their families. Just her father was at a different time. But they showed all the other guys, too. Like, there was a dude whose, like, grandparents were sitting around. They're like, oh, he's going to be coming home today. And
That was Eldo.
yeah.
Everyone's like, no, she should have gone. No, he's not. Yeah, so anyway, that's about all the interesting news I have right now. There's not been anything utterly shocking. I mean, Gen Urobuchi's visiting Anime Expo in LA. And Gen Urobuchi is pretty much like he is just the supreme living organism, Gen Urobuchi. This man who's been responsible for Black Lagoon, Madoka Magica, Gargantia, Psycho-Pass, Phantom, Requiem of the Phantom, and Fate motherfucking Zero. So if you go into Anime Expo, go and pay homage to our walking...
You said homage.
Yep.
Homage.
Homage. Pay him homage. Go pay your respects to the man,
It's
the legend.
homage, the H is silent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go pay
Rex.
respects to... Fucking leave me alone. I'm stupid. Don't do this
Well, that's
to me.
rude. I'm still married to you.
don't talk shit about my husband.
Yeah, seriously. Like, if you're gonna talk shit about my husband, at least make sure it's true. Fat, lazy, drunken European. Never mind, that's rude.
Fat, lazy, drunken, anime watching,
Weeaboo glasses wearing, butthole having,
Liverpool supporting
fucking
motherfucker.
football watching, fucking Scion.
I didn't call it soccer. Yeah. You've been hanging around with me for way too long.
I
Guys,
said it in the
I said it in
sky.
both. What?
guys,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend $125 on 12 episodes of Attack on Titan just to get the little fucking necklace.
Why?
You can actually buy those necklaces separate on Amazon for like 20 quid.
Yeah, but they don't come with a free DVD.
A free
I'm paying
DVD.
$125 for the necklace, and it comes with a free DVD.
The thing I find more shocking about this is you have watched Attack on Titan at least 7 times.
8.
Episode 1 to 25.
Yeah.
So why do you want to buy the DVDs again?
Because it's good. Maybe you should get good.
When are you actually going to watch that again? In all seriousness, like I get it's got its rewatchability. I get that, but
I'm rewatching it now. Like every Saturday, it's on Adult Swim. They're showing the dub. It's kind of censored, but they don't. You can say shit on Adult Swim now. That's kind of new, and I enjoy that.
breaking news, you can say shit on Adult Swim now.
That used to be not a thing not too long ago.
I just don't get why people would spend... Once you've seen something once, I understand, like, if you haven't already bought it, then I can understand you wanting to support the anime studio behind it, or the creators or whatever. And I'd understand why you'd want to go out and buy merchandise, like maybe the DVDs or the Blu-rays if you want to rewatch it again. But to go and spend that much money on it just seems like a ridiculous concept to me. Like, why would you spend that much on it?
Well, like I said, it's $125 for the necklace, and it comes with a free Blu-ray DVD version of the... fuck you.
A free Blu-ray version of the DVD? Fuck you, bitch!
Besides, Andy's a job. You can afford to buy it.
Yeah, no, like, that's the exact reason I was going to go buy a Mac, because
Yeah,
I
go
have a
order it
job
with your
now. I
Mac.
can afford to buy it. Yeah.
You're going to buy a what?
An Apple product.
McDonald's.
Alright. Say again.
No, you.
One more time. What are you buying?
Football.
Just one more time.
I'm buying the necklace.
Why are you buying a Mac, Nate?
I'm not buying a Mac. There was a joke. No, there was a joke. This argument I was having with this dude who was arguing PCs versus Macs, and I don't usually get in those discussions because it's an easy argument, and I don't ever. Well, let's be honest here. But anyway, so I asked him why buy a Mac if we've proven over time like it's not as worth it if you're playing video games, like specifically for video games. He's like, because I have a job and I have money, so I can buy a Mac.
That was
Okay, man.
the argument. So every time anyone brings up a Mac now, it's like, oh, well, if you've got a job, you can afford to buy a Mac. Why not get one?
Yep, 10 out of 10 argument.
I got a job, I've got money, I'm going to go and buy cider.
I'm going to go, buy some liquor myself when I'm legal.
I forgot you're still not 21 yet.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
you poor Yankee bastards. We've been able to drink for like what? I've been able to drink for 4 years
Yeah,
now.
same.
Tim, how old are you again?
You mean
I'm
fucking 12 because you have to be as tall as the bar to drink?
Well, considering I'm 10 and 22 next week, it'll be about 4 years to me as well.
Oh, excellent. See, suck at America. Is it the same in Canada?
Yep.
Suck at Canada.
No, drinking age is 18.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, ha! Suck at America. Anyway, okay, so let's fuck that stupid subject off. Weekly watchers, who wants to start us off?
Oh, go ahead.
Well,
Don't talk about free because I'll kill.
Splash free.
I'm not going to say anything rude about.
Dave, did you watch Free?
I watched
no, I
some of it when it was coming out. Like, I was watching it as it came out on Crunchyroll, but I never watched the last couple of episodes. But obviously,
Bryn's a slut.
No, it's my girlfriend is a massive Pretty Boy fan. Like, she's just started getting into Cut Up in Her Basket as well, which I've seen a couple of episodes and it does look hilarious. But no, she introduced me to 50% Off, which is the abridged version, and oh my god, I've never laughed so hard.
Yeah, I actually really liked it.
If I had
I'd be tempted to watch that
I heard
rather than the
50%
actual
off.
anime.
Yeah, it's probably funnier than the actual anime.
It is, because it picks up, like, on all the fan pairings, it just picks up on them and then just blows them completely out of proportion. Like, it makes Nagahisa, the little blonde guy, into, like, an ex-prison gangster. Like, that, the first thing he says when he meets, says when he meets the others is just like, "Sup, sluts? Guess who's out of prison?"
Yeah, but this is KyoAni we're talking about. They've pumped out nothing but gold forever.
If you guys want to go ahead and talk about Free, that'd be fine by me. I'll
Yeah,
just,
I'm just gonna-
hover
There
in the
isn't really a
background.
whole lot to say about it. Just it's enjoyable.
Hiding into the bush. .gif.
So, well, if you don't want to talk about it that much, you can at least give it the 3 R's, I assume.
She's gonna rewatch it. 10 out of 10. Boys.
I don't know. I'd give it at least a 7 out of 10.
Whoa, not
Really?
as high as Clanad.
Planet? I'm pretty sure I gave like Planet 7.5 or 8 or something.
You gave an 8.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't realize 7 was above 8.
Why are you
No,
6
I
afraid
said,
of 7?
I said you gave Clanad a better one than fucking.
Oh, I thought
Free.
you said. Okay, yeah.
Okay, anyway, so the 3 R's for Free.
Yeah, and I'd probably recommend it unless you don't like boys. I don't know. I'll rewatch it eventually, probably.
Alright then, Valk, what have you been watching this week then, apart from Free? I really want to hear about this. Like, let's stay on the really gay theme. What's this gay one that you've been watching?
Oh, yes. I was
Okay.
going to make a joke about that boy down the street, but this is better.
Wait, is somebody released mine and David's sex tape?
Yes.
Oh god, not again.
That would probably have a better plot than what I watched.
Oh god. Okay, so what's it called?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm gonna try. It's like Togaino
That's
no
Gura
Chi,
no Yumiya.
and it was really bad. I watched it based off of nothing at all. I just heard the name and I was like, why not? I'm bored. Episode 9, I was like, this is kind of awkward and a little gay. It's weird.
A little gay.
So I go and I look up info on the show, and it was found out it was based off of a boy love manga. I was like, oh, that's why it's so awkward. Except what they did when they made it into the anime was tried to make it have a serious plot, be taken seriously, and not be gay, but with all the characters still hitting on each other in the exact same way. But they weren't actually gay.
10 out of 10 script writing here, people.
I've already
That
paid
is
for it.
amazing.
Like, I just got done paying for it. It's on its way right now.
So, why did you watch this again? Did you just said you just randomly came across and thought, okay, I'll go and watch it?
Yeah, like I read like a character name somewhere or something, or I just like saw a picture of a character. That might have been it, because the main character has like silver hair, so I could have just been like, hey, why not?
Oh, Mephisto.
I've found the sort of the synopsis for it, and to be honest with you, it does actually sound quite good.
You should try watching it. Please watch it.
After being devastated by the Third World War, Japan is divided into two.
Why is Japan devastated by World War III? Did they lose? Again?
No, but if you watch
Germany's
how
on
it
the
tries
two
to make
strike,
itself
but,
make
like-
sense, it's just unbelievably bad.
I know you said that there's like the zero plot to it, like, but is there actually a plot to
No,
it,
there's
like,
plot
at all?
to it, and it's really, really bad. Like, they force things to make sense, and like they spend the first half of the season doing nothing. I guess doing absolutely nothing, and then they're like, by the way, we're just gonna rush all of this shit into the last few episodes, and get it, guys? Get it?
That's pretty much what happened in Horizon on the Middle of Nowhere. It's like,
Whoa, let's not talk shit about Big Tits, the show.
oh no, I absolutely love it. I was
I was
surprised
gonna
as
say,
hell.
because
I was
I
surprised
need
as
to
hell
watch
when
it.
I was surprised as hell when it got a second season, because I was just like, that what? But
Why
I
did-
remember
why-
Eru tried to get me to watch that, and he showed me like this one particular gif of this mech fight, and I thought, whoa, that actually looks pretty cool. I'm gonna go and watch it. And I think I watched like the race they had in the beginning of that show, and I was just blown away by how many pairs of tits there were on the screen. I was like, what the? Why?
the DVD case is better because if you flip it just right, and you've reversed the cover so that Tarakatsu Honda's daughter's on the front, you can quite literally go ass, titties, and titties. Titties, ass, and titties. Because the main character's sister is on the back, and that is basically during one of the final fights, to avoid being blown up, she strips half of her outfit off and uses that as a sacrifice in the way of the attack. And it's just like mega cleavage that could probably kill a small child.
You said probably as if probably was the correct answer, and it wasn't actually.
Well, she does almost kill a blind girl with them.
That's pretty rude, and I'm gonna have to watch this show. Like, Eru's been trying
Why
to get me
did
to
I
watch
drop
for a
that
while
show?
now. 10 out of 10,
Oh, God,
already
that's not
pre-ordered. It's already on its way.
So we'll do the 3 hours for both then. Cassie, gay the show. What would you give that?
Whoa,
Out of
that's not
10.
that,
Give it
though.
the 3 hours.
I'm gonna give it a solid 3 out of 10. Would recommend. It's an experience, and I'm not gonna rewatch it.
Really? I thought you would.
No.
I don't know if I should watch that or not. I've got so much in my backlog, but I'm kind of curious about it. I don't know if it's worth it.
You can ask Ethan. He's been recommending it recently too after he watched it.
I'm sure Ethan would. Alright, so Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere. Tim, give that the 3 hours for us as well.
Oh.
I am genuinely curious about this one.
It's a good show.
I'd probably give it about a 8 out of 10.
Oh, maximum.
Wow.
Would recommend, and rewatched it about 4 times already.
It's not because
Alright.
of, like, the High School of the Dead tier fan service, right?
Oh no, I actually really do like the plot, just because the main character is a massive perv, and it speaks to my inner soul animal.
Do you know what the strangest thing about that is? One thing I do remember, I'm pretty certain the main character is voiced by the same guy who voiced Ichika in Infinite Stratos.
It's what's his name? Jun Fukuyama. He's the guy that voiced Watanuki.
Like-
I was talking about the English guy.
I'll find out for it now, actually.
The same guy who voiced Armin in Attack on Titan as well.
Terrible voice actor.
That voice actor.
It's much
sure he
worse in
played
the English dub, just pointing that
I'm sure
out.
he played somebody in Psycho-Pass as well. Yeah, he did. He definitely did. So I've been watching Psycho-Pass. 6 episodes in so far. It's a pretty fucking interesting show, and the animation is gorgeous. I mean, Ego's been getting at me to watch this for fucking months, and I've only just finally gotten round to it. Very interesting plot. I don't know why the main protagonist, she looks kind of either stoned or mildly retarded. I don't know.
Probably a
She
mixture of
just
the
looks-
both.
it's the English dubcast for it's pretty good. There's quite a few big names in there. 6 episodes in. Really looking forward to finishing that off. I've been saying that for days now. So after this podcast is done, I'm probably going to go and try and finish that off in time for the next podcast. Thoughts to be going on that. Up to now, I'll probably give it. I'll probably say 6 out of 10. It's quite interesting up to now. It's got a mark for every episode I've watched, so could possibly be a 26 out of 10 by the time I'm done with it. I recommend. I think I would. It's just such an eye feast, an eyegasm, if you will, as Eru would say. Bleeark.
Yeah.
Have you been watching cartoons this week?
Oh my good god.
Nah.
I'm going to say Tim has found something.
Okay, the guy that does the English voice for Ari Tori from Horizon in the Middle of Nowhere is the same guy that does the main character for Baka and Test. Is this?
Never seen that.
Oh my
All
god,
of
it's so
Baka and
funny.
Test, the whole show?
Yeah, the guy that does the voice for Tsunayoshi. He also does the voice for, where is he gone? Yuki Taro in Future Diaries.
I remember that guy. Yeah,
no.
that's the other character I was thinking
And
of.
in
Yuki
Attack
for
on
10 hours.
Titan, it's Armin.
Plays Armin. Yeah, I remember that much from the dub of Attack on Titan. I've only seen the first episode though, and the preview clips as well.
Yeah, that's all
But
I've
there's
seen
It's
so far.
also seen from that.
There's one that me and Kirsty found out from Pantheon Stocking, and when we found out the English voice actor for Corset, we wet ourselves laughing. Mostly because we were looking for somebody else, and then we just happened to find him and who was it? Shingen Takeda from Sengoku Basara, and we were peeing us.
Shingeki no Kyojin.
So many shows you've just mentioned there that I've thought to myself, do you know what? I've had that in my backlog for fucking ages and I still haven't watched it. Damn, I've got some work to fucking do this
No,
week.
I've got a
so many
fucking
shows to
library,
catch up
dude.
on. Oh, tell me about. I mean, I don't know why I haven't got that many shows in my backlog at the moment that I actually have on my computer. All, of course, legitimately downloaded from horrible subs.
Yeah, no, bought from
I've got-
Horrible Subs. You bought them.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I don't know where they got it from. Not my business.
Yep.
Bakemonogatari, I'm going to rewatch sometime the weekend if I can. I've got Jormungand Season 2. I've got to catch up on Black Bullet, No Game No Life. I've got the Karen no Kyokai films to watch, and I also have Eureka 7, Golden Time. Eureka 7. Was it Eureka 7? I don't
Eureka
know.
7.
I don't care.
What
I always
happened?
read it as Eureka.
Yeah, and then I've also got Ananatsu Damatru and Aoi Bengaku, which I've got to get through
Yeah, no,
pretty
like,
soon anyway.
I'm sitting here on this library. I'm just like, the further time goes forward, the more time I have for nothing.
Right then, Bleeark, what have you been watching?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Would you like to give us a Nate's rates or something then?
Guess you watch Eureka 7. It's a good show.
What is Eureka 7 all about? I know you did do an Nate's rates on this like a long time ago.
And it
but-
was terrible, and I was terrible, but it's pretty much.
Oh no, it was Eureka 7 AO, I think you did.
Oh, dude,
You were
Eureka
very
7
disappointed
AO
with
was
that.
so good. It's like, I don't know, it was bad as a sequel, but it was good as a standalone. Like, Eureka 7 itself was pretty much like, it's just mecha romance of this kid who's the son of the guy who fucking saved the planet from some sort of horrible thing that happened. And some other things happen, and this cute alien Corallian girl crashes into his house with a giant robot. And then he's like, instead of being mad at her, I'm gonna go with her. So they go hang out on the giant flying gecko. And
You
yeah.
had me
He
at
was just
man.
By the way,
Avoid
the
rebuilding
guys
the
on
house.
the flying gecko, those guys are terrorists. So
Right.
You had me
that's
at
the
Mecca.
entire show. That's the worst description ever, but pretty much it's a really good show. It's like,
No, the worst description ever was me trying to talk about Shakugan no Shana.
well, no, like I'm intentionally trying to make it sound bad, but Eureka 7 itself is like my top 10. Like that's my standard for shows if you want to reach a 10, because it's like it's got the romance, it's got the action, it's got the fucking the adventuring feeling in it. It's got a little bit of everything. I really liked it. And then Eureka,
So to hit a 10 for you, you've got to be like at that level as Eureka 7.
yeah. And then AO itself
Wow.
wasn't the best. It's like a 6, maybe a 7 on a good day, but it's just like the soundtrack for each 7 AO was so fantastic. It's just delicious. And the eye candy in the show, it's all colorful. There's so many different rainbows of colors. It's so good, worth watching. It like you were a fan of Eureka 7, you like Eureka 7 AO. But you won't like it because it's a sequel, because like the fact that it's a sequel, it makes no sense, and like it just absolutely shits on what was the original plot of the story. So get ready to watch the end.
Is it bad? Is it bad as a sequel because it was just poorly executed, or because
The story
Eureka
didn't make
7
sense.
was finished?
The story didn't make any sense. Like Eureka 7,
Was Eureka 7 like finished in the first 50 episodes, or was
it had
was there
room
something
for a
left there to be
sequel.
explained?
Like it had room for
Right.
like this could happen. There could be some stuff after this, but it's like it didn't have to. It could have been just like that, and it would have been fine. But like they went into the whole alternate timeline thing because spoilers. Not going to get into that, but it's just like. Then Eureka 7 AO happens, and you're like, oh, suddenly things are starting to come together. Then the ending comes around, and it's like, Why? That doesn't make sense. That's not how that works. Excuse me. But like the whole.
That actually.
Well,
No, go.
I was just gonna say, like the whole show itself. Like, if you watched Eureka 7 AO and you haven't watched Eureka 7, because AO is only 24 episodes and Eureka 7 itself is 50 something. Like, you can watch it and not have to worry about what happened beforehand because you don't need to know what happened in Eureka 7 to understand what's happening.
So it's
in
kind
Eureka
of
7 AO.
like a Planet After story kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much like. But Eureka 7 is the much better version than Eureka 7 AO.
So it doesn't take a genius to guess that it's 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Would watch again.
Oh yeah, like hands down. I will eventually find my way to buying that because that's cheap. That's Funimation. Like I'd probably go look that up right now actually, but I would totally buy that just to watch it again.
So that's actually brought up a pretty good question. Something I'm curious for Tim and Valk as well. Nate said there that that's his standard for like a 10 out of 10 show. Like for you two guys, like if you're going to watch a show, what kind of standard are you holding it up to in terms of giving it a 10 out of 10?
I'd probably say Gurren Lagann or Gundam Double O.
Man. I like this guy.
They are the only two animes I have ever watched that have made me cry.
I like this guy a lot.
I just haven't cried yet to anything, and I feel bad.
It's when not wanting to really do spoilers, but when a certain one of the pilots dies at the end of the first series of Double O, I wept like a baby.
You wept like a baby. I've never heard that expression. I enjoy it.
When did you cry in Gurren Lagann?
Is it that much easy to like?
Like we know when it happened. No, I
know.
cried manly bro tears of cry.
I can take a guess as to it's when a certain person dies. I would imagine.
Yes.
Around about the episode 14 mark.
Not even the episode
It's like
14 mark. It's more like the episode 6 mark.
Yep.
Is it?
It's
It's that
It's
early
been so
on.
long since I
It
watched
is
it.
that early on when he kicks the bucket.
It's almost as bad as like Madoka Magica's early death.
Oh yeah. Oh god. That was terrible.
That was just like fucking heart wrenching when it first happened. But I'm a little girl, so.
Have you seen?
It's like you watch it, you're like, why does life have things like this?
Have you seen the
what I asked
Berserk
for at all.
crossover with? Have you seen the Berserk crossover with that, where instead of her being eaten, guts from
Spoilers.
Berserk just appears and slices the thing in half?
No,
I
there
haven't
is
seen
one
that
where
before.
like
That
she
sounds
goes
pretty
back
awesome.
to her home planet with cake.
Yeah, I've seen that one before. And Madoka's crying and shit because she wanted to go.
Yeah. As
Yeah.
it turns out, she went back to her home planet, her home cake planet.
No, I think it doesn't take a genius to guess, like, you know, what fucking show would be, like, for a 10 out of 10. I've never given anything a 10 out of 10, but if you want to get close to a 10 out of 10, I hold you up to the standard of Fate Zero, and I hold you up to the standard of Angel Beats, maybe more Fate Zero, because I can't think of a show that was better animated than Fate Zero. The soundtrack was just completely amazing. There's so many characters to fall in love with and get involved in the story and to love, and it's just totally unforgettable plotline. Ending wasn't amazing, but that's why the Fate Stay Night remake's coming out in is it spring? No. Yeah, autumn this year. It'll be coming out. And the animation in Fate Stay Night's going to be even better, and the story's going to be changed, so there's a possible that 2014 Fate Stay Night might be the show to beat Fate Zero. I didn't cry, and there wasn't that much romance in Fate Zero, if any at all, to be honest with you, but like to hold up to like a romance show, you've got to beat like F A Tale of Memories, or maybe Toradora, or an Angel Beats, or something like that. Or maybe even Dust Maiden of Amnesia.
That was such a good show,
they're
too, by the way.
I remember the first time I watched Toradora, laughed so hard.
And then you cry.
Do you know what? Toradora irritated the fuck out of me right up until like the very last couple of episodes, and I just fell in love with it. I think I was like up to like episode 10 or 12. I'm speaking to somebody on Skype, and I'm watching Toradora on another television. He's like waffling away talking about something. And then I just shout, "Oh my god, you awkward teenage bastards, will you just fucking stop being so awkward and ask each other out? For fuck's sake, what is your problem?
They're basically me,
This isn't
though.
a big deal."
Do you know what?
Obviously,
There's one that I watched called MM, and it is pretty much Toradora, except the main character is a masochist.
oh,
There's basically three main characters. One's a masochist who doesn't want to be a masochist anymore. One of the girls has a fear of men and no longer wants to have the fear of men, so she can ask the masochist out. But she's the one that slapped the masochist and turned him into a masochist to begin with.
Holy shit. Somebody bring Fraser Crane in here. We need a fucking psychologist.
And the third one...
Psychiatrist.
The third one is a little lolly girl that is strong as fuck, and she's a proper sadomasochist, and it's hilarious, the interactions between the three of them.
What was that called again?
MM.
Okay, that's bookmarked. I'm definitely watching that. Okay, so Valk, if for a show to what show do you hold up there as your 10 out of 10? If you're going to get a 10 out of 10, you have to beat this.
I don't really have like a 10 out of 10. Just, I don't know. I don't like the idea of rating something 10 out of 10 because pretty much everything has some kind of flaw.
Yeah, that's what I mean about Fate Zero.
Yeah.
I only gave Fate Zero a 9.5. I say only 9.5 is a pretty fucking good score, but there were a few things I didn't. I say like that the show you hold as the highest standard will do.
I don't know. Like I know, like my favorite anime is Cardcaptor Sakura, but like half of that is nostalgia and.
And the other half is lesbians. Oh, come on.
Oh,
You've got to love the classic.
I've not seen
It's basically Clamp at its finest.
Clam.
Oh, Studio Clamp are fucking awesome.
Yeah,
That's great.
it's basically what would happen if Sailor Moon brought the lesbians in earlier.
Oh man, but what about that Sailor Moon reboot this summer? Anyone else not excited anymore?
Have you seen the trailer?
I did, and I was immediately disappointed by Aliens
Oh
the Head.
no, I love
Dude.
it. It instantly looks like the basics on how to draw manga.
Yeah, like the basics of like these guys, like their heads are so fucking big.
I liked it. It looked exactly like what they used
No,
to.
it looked like it. I like it. It looks like it's got the classic style of art going on, but it's like we 2014 now. We ain't do it. Like I don't know the older Sailor Moon. I mean I guess what do they call that? It visually looked better, but not with the quality. The quality was trash.
You know, I'm kind of with Bleeark on this one. I haven't seen Sailor Moon, but I agree with the sentiment there. We are in 2014 right now, and it seems like every time I've tried to watch like Bebop or Trigun or Evangelion or something like that, the shows I should have watched by now, but I still haven't. It's mainly because the animation's putting me off because it just looks so old, and I don't know why I've got this aversion to old anime.
Yeah, no, dude, I hate Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know where it comes from. Cowboy Bebop, for what I watched, wasn't that great, but I do fully intend to watch it. There will be a theme episode coming up soon where in the week or two before we record, we're all gonna like pick a show that we were supposed to have watched but haven't watched by now. So for me, it'll be Bebop. Valk, I would assume yours would be Code Geass.
Yeah, sure. It was gonna be
What?
good,
Wait,
but I
that would have to be Cal's.
You haven't watched
Cal
Code
hasn't seen
Geass
Geass.
yet?
Cal hasn't
Cal
seen, like,
does not
anything.
want to watch it. He doesn't like it.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't like the animation.
No, he straight doesn't like the show because of the animation.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Oh, I remember him talking about the character designs
about
and
him.
like how the legs are like 50 foot tall and stuff like that. That's an off term, but it's still an amazing show. I got past that instantly.
I'd probably say the one for me would be Death Note because I absolutely despise it with every fiber of my being.
Wow. Okay, I've heard of people who didn't like Death
Yeah,
Note,
like that's
but
what
I've
I
never
did. I
heard
didn't
someone
like
It's
it.
talk
mostly,
about strongly against it.
mostly because me being a cosplayer as well, I see people who do L as the laziest people on the planet. If
It's not hard
it's
to cosplay as if
if it's done
skinny.
right, if it's done right, I'll take my hat off to you. But like going around the likes of some conventions when you just see like 14-year-old girls walking around barefoot and then, oh look, I've got a light with me, I can be gay. Mwah. Yaoi, I love Sasnaru, and then you show them some proper hardcore yaoi and laugh as they run crying.
Yeah, no, that was initially why I
Do you
didn't,
have any
like it.
bookmarks? Because like I think me and you are gonna get along.
Boku no Pico, my friend.
Alrighty, we are good. We are set.
Welcome to Tim. Welcome to the family.
You don't even have to be
Welcome
punished to watch
Anime
that show.
Abroad.
You just watch it of your own accord. I like that. That is a masochistic desire. I like it.
And what does Kirsty think about Buko no Pico, and more specifically, you watching it?
She doesn't
Yeah.
know.
She doesn't know. Oh, I've got blackmail.
Oh, that's racist.
It's fine. It's normally like.
Oh god.
So what did we watch? And I can't remember what we were watching. I think I might have
Camp
showed
Planet.
it. Actually, that could be one I could watch because I've never actually watched it. Spirits of Escaflowne.
No, that's something I've been meaning to watch as
See,
well.
I watched the abridged show years ago, and it's one of those ones that's been sitting there on my list of stuff to watch, but I never got around to watching.
I'm trying to think of like the other guys as well. Ego, Cal, and Iru. I know Iru's seen pretty much every show on the planet, and I think that's why he's only watching fluff these days because that's all he's got left. Ego hasn't seen Titan yet.
He
I
gets
got him to
bored.
watch a
Not
couple
that
episodes.
Yeah, like he says he's watched like the first 8-9 episodes like twice now, and he just keeps getting bored and dropping it.
He needs to get
What,
to like
you got with
episode
something?
21 already.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
like he started it
I would
twice,
say
and
with-
he just hasn't finished it because he's just not that interested.
I would say if you're not into Titan by about like the episode 6-7 mark, then you're probably not going to get
that's
into it.
Probably.
For obvious reasons.
That's a damn shame. Though. Like, you'll have to pick something else to watch then. I don't know. For me, it'd be either Evangelion or Cowboy Bebop. Maybe try.
Considering this themed episode, I might put off watching Koala then.
You haven't seen Madoka
I've got
yet?
it on DVD. Kirsty got it from our anniversary because I hadn't watched it yet. And I tried to watch the first episode, but I was sort of not in the mood to watch anything, so I didn't give it its full attention. But I've been told to.
That's fair
I've
enough.
been told to give it to the surprise death, and if I'm still not into it, then leave it there.
Nah, you should like it by then.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'd agree with that.
So like, generally the 3-episode rule anyway. So
Yeah.
So Bleeark, if you were to take part in the Steam show, what's a show that you have you were supposed to watch before now, but you just haven't gotten
hold
around
on,
to
I
it for
got my
whatever
list
reason?
open. Holy shit! Oh man, I can't even find one. Valve Rave, I guess. I've been wanting to watch that for a while.
It's not really a big popular
Yeah, I've
one, though,
never
is it?
heard
I
of
was
that.
thinking more of like shows that like everybody else says you've got to watch.
I thought that was one, because like, okay, maybe I'm spending too much time on A, because like, that was a big one.
That was only big because of the infamous rape scene in episode
Oh,
11.
there's a rape scene? Alright, downloading now. Or, I mean, buying now. It's on my way. Whoa.
It's a vampire rape scene as well, from what I
Oh,
understand.
man. I don't get it, but okay.
That's it. He's paid $130 just to get
Yeah,
a
it's
necklace,
happening.
a necklace with the still of the rape scene in it.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Alright, throw me a show and I'll fucking watch it. Maybe. I can watch Soccer Red Shrek because I know how popular that one was.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought you'd already watched
Fuck
that.
off, okay? Didn't fucking ask you, did I?
What about Sergio Chara?
Did that fucking ask you? No, it didn't.
I didn't.
Hey lad, what about Sergio Chara?
Never heard of it.
Sergio Chara. Never
I
heard
don't
of it.
like when people suggest me animes because it's like every time I like go to Comic-Con or something, be like that one person who just be like, "Hey, you should watch Death Note." And I'd be like, "I watched that 12 years ago and I was still just a babby." Babby's first anime. It's a good show. Don't get me wrong. It's just like fuck all the edgy.
Yeah, I was actually surprised by how much I liked it.
The
What about
show's
Egg,
fine.
yeah?
It's just the fucking
The fan base is why I
the
didn't watch
fan
it.
base kills it.
So let's end the show with a little discussion on Death Note then. Obviously trying to avoid as much spoilers as possible because Tim hasn't seen it and might get round to it.
Meh.
Maybe.
It is good.
Maybe if I'm forced to at gunpoint.
Unless you were like to watch it and be
gunpoint.
super like critical of every little thing, but
Yeah,
It's
there's
just
that.
Death Note was was like my first love. It was the first show that I ever seen. Like before that, I was deeply under the impression that these weird and wonderful cartoons from Mongolia were all about little girls getting raped by tentacle monsters and violence and shit. I genuinely wouldn't be interested.
But that would put a
But Death
whole
Note
new
was-
slant on Dragon Ball Z.
Don't talk shit about that
Okay, I tell her like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon and Digimon and Beyblade were all my
oh
first
man,
watches.
Beyblade
but-
was the fucking best.
Oh, Beyblade was the shit, man.
It's
I
in my
loved
top
Beyblade
10
back in the day. Oh, fucking, there's one
But
song from Beyblade,
Beyblade?
Underdog, was that was a
Mhm.
tune. Beyblade!
But why are you guys watching?
Oh, no,
Anyway,
my-
back
my-
on the
my-
topic.
Anyway, back onto Death Note, yeah. So Death Note was my first love, so I mean, like, it gets a couple of points just for nostalgia, I would say, for me personally, but I'd never seen anything like that before, either in movies, television shows, or reading it in a book kind of thing. And I think the first 2 or 3 episodes were just so utterly mind-blowing, I had to just sit down and marathon the entire thing. That's 37 episodes, that was no small feat. But I was unemployed and a stoner at the time, so, you know, I had time to kill, and I was highly interested in everything that show had to offer.
Just colors in general would interest you.
You were just high.
Oh, yeah. I was just high. I was like, oh, dude, these shades of red and blue, how they represent the deepest, innermost feelings of these 2 main protagonists.
And look,
2
he
main...
likes sweets.
I like sweets as well.
We got so
I
much
like
in
them a lot.
common. We're both
I know,
fat
like,
on the
I'm stoned,
inside
like-
and not the outside, obviously.
But anyway, yeah, Death Note, Valk, what did you think about it on your first viewing?
Oh, that was great. I don't know, like, I was kind of like, I don't know, I'm kind of simple-minded when I watch things. I don't like to be overly critical unless there's, like, just gaping plot holes or shit like that. Because, you know,
mean the gay show?
I would like to introduce you to Penguin Drum.
Whoa, don't talk shit about that show. It was really,
I'm not.
really neutral.
I love the way it was just like every 5 minutes you're like, I think I've got the plot, and then it just comes over, slaps
Yeah,
you in
no.
the face, and goes,
You
no.
don't get to understand the show. That's not for you. That's not a gift for you. The show gets to play how it wants to play, and it makes sense. You don't get to decide it.
Wow.
And just for extra,
What's the show called?
Just for extra fuck you them, Little Penguins.
Oh yeah, the cute little penguins are so cute. Also, the fucking fan service in that show is retarded.
So, yeah, Death
But
Note.
yeah, like that was why I liked it too. It's just because you kind of feel like, oh, everyone is so clever. This is so entertaining type thing, like watching it.
It's
I
just
like
according
that.
to Kate Kaku.
Two of the greatest like main characters I've ever seen in any show whatsoever. The mind games between those two were just brilliant to watch. Not from start to finish though. The last 15 or so episodes of Death Note were a fucking drag to get through.
Yeah.
The second time I watched it, it was a drag to get. The first time I watched it, I was just so in awe of everything. I was like, oh, wow, these cartoons are brilliant. But watching it a second time round, it wasn't great. It's not great.
It's not great.
It's not great. It's not great. It was, I say, short to get through. A lot of it didn't make sense.
That was my
and it was
problem.
when
It kind of just started falling apart a bit at the very end. I love how it ended. Thought the ending of it was great. But
Dude, the ending is what most people have to bitch about the show, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Really?
it's different from the manga.
It's way different from the manga.
I can see why people would have a problem with N or Nia when he was introduced to the show and how the battle between him and Light wasn't as interesting between him and L.
Wait, N?
There was a big Nia.
Nate.
Spoilers, everyone. Nate was in Death Note.
Nate Rivers.
He was a small 12-year-old child from England called Nate
Yeah,
Rivers.
no, his name was Nate Rivers. I totally remember that. Or at least...
And he's got a thing for dice and dominoes and Lego.
I
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
that
like the
was-
character. I just didn't like how he just wasn't as good as L. Like
I'm talking about the Netflix fucking subs totally put it as Nate Rivers.
Yeah, that's what his name. That's what his name is in the manga as well.
Guys, please.
So, well,
That, like, you confuse me. I am very easily rusable.
that's
Look,
it.
a pigeon.
Oh, name it. No! Stein!
No, his name was actually Nate River in the manga. If that's what you're
Yeah,
confused about.
no, you said near, like Nearbosh, and I was like, wait, he's not a robot.
Isn't that what they called him in the
yeah,
end of
they,
the show?
Yeah.
they called him near.
That was his fucking,
They did,
his persona, wasn't it? His,
Yeah, it's not his real name.
his, Persona 4 sucked. Anyway.
Don't you badmouth that.
Oh,
No, like
man,
that
you're gonna
entire
go so
joke
much
was
shit
just
if
me
you say
meaning
that.
Persona 4 sucked.
Oh man, what a way to end it.
That's definitely
Yeah, best.
that was definitely a bad thing when it's basically they took the two different sides of L and split them into two characters, and I hated both of those characters, and I'm like,
See, I
What
liked Nier
did you
because he
do?
was so just unlikable. Like he was such a little brat. Like he really was. And, like he wasn't
was a
capable of
shitbird.
taking care of
confident, cocky
himself.
piece of shit. How dare you sit in the same chair that he sat in
he
with your weird
literally
little
wasn't
stance and your
capable of taking care of
concentration?
himself, but he was so arrogant.
The animation was like kind of standard for, I think it came out in 2004, I want to
Yeah,
say.
holy shit! Like when I watched the thing I was watching was like 240p or something. It looked awful.
You guys didn't watch the Netflix version when 480p was HD? Guys.
Yeah, I say the animation's like bog standard for like early to mid 2000s. The soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal as well. Both the OPs and EDs for the show are fantastic. What Up People, fantastic song.
Yeah.
The rest of the soundtrack, I forgot who composed it, but he was
Yeah, I
brilliant
liked it.
at what he did.
That was definitely,
particularly
I
liked,
forget the name of the band.
It was 2006.
2006, right, okay then. Okay, so the mid to late 2000s style of animation, I will change my mind. It's standard for that. I don't know this for sure, but fuck it. Animation was good. Soundtrack was decent. Characters were fucking fantastic. I loved pretty much every character who got like even the tiniest little bit of focus. Like Matsuda was probably
I
my
liked
favorite
him a
character
lot.
throughout the entire
Yeah.
thing. He was just a
Guys.
bumbling fucking idiot the entire time. He was
I
great.
just want to remind you a part of the show. Just watch that little
Potato
weapon that I
chip
just posted.
and eat it.
Oh man, this show was brilliant just for the epic penmanship, and whether you just want to simply take a potato chip and eat it, it's just the first half of that series is just fantastic, beginning to end, right up until when Nia and Mello were introduced. That's kind of when it dipped a little bit. I agree with Valk 100%. I think the last two episodes, the ending itself was brilliant, not the ending
Yeah.
segment.
Just the very
the second
end. I
arc,
liked how it ended.
It was
Like,
hype.
it was brilliant, absolutely fantastic. I liked Misa. She was great character.
Oh, by the way,
Annoying.
like spoilers about her. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay then.
Like Jesus.
And yeah, I'll round it off with the 3 R's. I say it was my first love definitely when it came to anime. I say I don't count Pokemon, Beyblade, Yu-Gi-Oh, blah blah blah, all those shows. I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10 for all the reasons I just mentioned. Recommend it absolutely. I think this is a show you should recommend to others as well. If you're trying to get somebody into anime, like this is a fantastic gateway anime for anybody. I would say it's so easy to get people into anime by watching this, and rewatch only if I'm getting somebody else into anime and I'm watching it with them. That's the only time I would rewatch Death Note, I think. I think I've seen it too many times now, and I don't think the second half is great to get through. I would also recommend maybe watching the first 20 episodes. When the spoiler happens, you'll know. And then instead of watching the entire second half of Death Note, there's 2 movies called Death Note Relight and Death Note Relight 2.
Aren't those really bad?
No, those were
no.
good.
Oh, okay.
They were pretty good, and it's also
in the original Japanese, they actually used all the voice actors from the series as their respective characters as
There
well.
was something I was told that was really bad. That was Death Note, but I thought it was a movie.
No, there
You
was
guys
one
should read
live
the side
action one.
chapter mangas too.
the live action Death Note isn't amazing, and the ending to it's a little bit bullshit.
be
But
Well, to be
I would
fair,
say
like they did,
instead of watching the go
I
on,
was
Leo.
gonna say, like the animation quality or the production, the money that they have for live action movies in Japan is like maybe 100th of what we have here in America, even more so in Hollywood, I should say. But like the fact that it looked as good as it did for a live action movie wasn't that bad. I've seen them live action movies; it's not that bad. It's not that good. Not that bad.
It's a comfortable meh.
Yeah,
I would
it's
say.
definitely a
And-
solid 6.
And just to round off this thing, I would say instead of watching the second half of the anime, I would say watch Relight 2 instead, because it'll condense all the bullshit up and it'll make it might be different and it misses out a few things from the show, but I'd say it's watch the movie instead. You'll probably enjoy the ending to it a little bit more than what you normally would if you went through the entire series. Bleeark, give us your 3 R's.
I like it, and I'd show it to your friends for you. Please, yes, I will rewatch it eventually.
Okay.
It's in
and
my heart to
Valk.
watch it again, honestly, and I would give it a 7 out of 10. But yeah, I'd recommend it. It's a good show.
Yeah, I'd
You
probably
got
say
7, 7.5?
I
7
probably
out of
say
10?
8 when I first finished the first season and stuff.
Yeah, don't let the
Yeah.
hype get to you. Like it'll
Yeah, like
get
that's
you
the thing.
hyped,
I always
but
rate things differently the longer it's been since I've seen them. And yeah, I
yeah,
definitely
no, the
recommend it.
whole I'm yawning. Excuse me. The whole show is like get hyped. The show. So like if you get hyped, you're gonna be like I'm the fan base. But if you don't get hyped, you'll be like this was an enjoyable show.
And for the love of God, just to round off this discussion, do not go to anime cons in England dressed as L. Tim will kick you in the dick.
Especially Alcon, Amicon,
Alcon.
and Kitticon.
Don't go to these dressed as L, he will kick you in the dick. Unless you're like 6'8" or something like that, then he won't kick you
I'll
in the
bite
dick.
you.
6'8", 420
He will
pounds.
bite you in the dick. Alright, I think that is a good place to end here. So I want to say thanks to Tim, Valk, and Bleeark. Thanks for coming along. It's been emotional, as it always is.
This
So
was
yeah,
the most sober podcast yet.
That's why it was
Most
so
sober
boring. We
podcast,
need more
yeah.
drinking, guys. Let's do an E3 drinking game. Every time we hear the word sports, we're gonna. Oh shit, that was last year. Fuck.
Oh no! Have you heard the newest one? The beginning of
Nah.
the Microsoft one. We're full of originality, full of new, fresh ideas. The first 2 games they show, FIFA and
COD.
COD.
And then they showed some
Oh,
racing
well
game.
played, Microsoft.
Oh, and
I'm
Forza as
enjoying
well.
watching Microsoft dig this grave for themselves. Anyway, you've been. Thank you very much. I am Archer Skye. You've been here with Bleeark.
Hello and goodbye.
You've been here with
I'll
Val.
see you next time.
And Tim, you're welcome back anytime. Thanks for joining us. You've been here with Tim.
Hello.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Hello.